screws up into the underside of the lip of your panel, and then this, you have some room on this guy to go back and forth depending on whatever kind of material you're actually mounting it to. I have seen people get creative with these and flip this over and actually use this to go the other direction and play like this was your panel, like this was the surface of your panel. But that gets complicated because the edge of your panel, and I'll show you, is not near as wide as it is on the bottom. So to drill those holes down in there, they're risking drilling the actual cell in the solar panel and shorting stuff out. I've seen it done, don't recommend it. Use it the way they're supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to read the Renogy. These are by far the most popular. I'm not sponsored by Renogy or anything. They're just, that's the way it is. I'm sure that other brands probably have something similar, but there's the PLU or whatever you want if you're looking for that. This is just enough for one panel. Obviously, you put these on all four corners. The bolts come with them. These hardcore self-tapping screws are meant for whatever you're mounting them on, and then they give you the proper size bolts to go up into your solar panel. Because most solar panels should have at least one hole properly spaced. Unless you have Renogy panels, they probably aren't going to have two perfectly spaced holes for these guys. But solar panel, the underside of that solar panel lip that comes up underneath, they're there for a reason, and they're only aluminum for a reason. And that's why but they allow you the option, I guess, to screw through or mount your own stuff on there, or make your own hole or rivets or whatever. Like there's a reason for that, and it's kind of for stuff like this that makes you more adjustable, it gives you more options, and makes life easier. The 2x4 is a hell of a lot easier to cut and deal with than 14 rails and 15 bolts per panel. And so that is the three major commercially available. Let's go through what was don't recommend it. It's certainly not OSHA certified, but there are clamps. I had a tie down rope on one of my panels for about a month before I got my hardcore hurricane brackets. Do what you got to do to keep those panels from flying off, but these are an option. They can work. I don't recommend it, but they are an option. I'm going to get the camera. I'm going to go over there and show you the underside of these panels, the parts that I couldn't actually describe very well. But you'll understand what I'm talking about here, though. This is one of those sheet or the foot shingle things that go up underneath the shingle like this. That's how they keep you don't mess up the shingles and nobody's drilling through the wrong part of it. So then there's only that one bolt per panel, not panel, but foot. I don't even know what else you'd call that, a foot plate. There's only one hole that goes in there, and then that's that same piece that we were just talking about going straight up, and then these guys are slipped right on there. That bolt is in the middle there, and then here's the panel mounted on the top of it. And like I said, these things can be cut in different lengths. So this black part of this bracket can go the entire length of the panel if you want, or cut it down to 6 inches, or do 2 foot sections. However secure you want to make it, that you can customize it to your length. There's the other side of it up underneath. Okay, and then those other universal railings, we're talking metal roof here. You see this out a lot on sheds or greenhouses. Not as easy of an option, but here's an option with those universal aluminum rails. These guys right here, I don't have one to show you in my hand, but they're pretty self-explanatory there. They're perfectly bent for these, I don't know, corrugated metal roofs, whatever they call those, though. I'm not sure what the technical name is for it, but they're obviously adjustable. So these roofs like this, some of these are wider than others. They're not always this size, but these things obviously come apart, and you've got a good 2 inches of play there, depending on the size and make and model of your roof. And they slip right into, that's that sliding piece that I was showing you. Whoop, lost it. That's that sliding piece that I was showing you that goes back and forth. And this is part of that bracket that just goes right up into that. And that's pretty much, and that's the only contact with the roof. There is no big plate. There is no nothing else. There's four holes there, but these plates have a rubber gasket on the bottom to seal. I would suggest putting some silicone around that or something, but these display units are for show, and there's no reason to put silicone on it. That way you wouldn't be able to see it. But anyway, those are some options, some different ideas. 400 million. These are just LED lights for the display, I guess. I had them off, but here, real quick, I'll turn them on. Or they should turn on anyway. There we go. Display lights. Now we're green. Anyway, there's the mount videos. Like I said, there's way more options, but these are just a couple.